It's time for Show Me the Franchise.
With Thomas and Frederick. With Thomas and Frederick.
It's time for Show Me the Franchise.
With Thomas and Frederick. With Thomas and Frederick.
Welcome to Show Me the Franchise, the podcast that talks about franchises of all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, genres, and types. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Stadler, here with the Candyman, Mr. Fred Dakin.
The Candyman?
The Candyman.
See, I was thinking like Hook Candyman when you said it. But
Oh.
now I'm, Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka.
Yeah, right.
I get it now. Okay. I got
the
nervous.
Candyman can.
Don't say it again.
Well,
Is that how he works?
I think if you say it it's not 3 times in the mirror. It's 10 times?
That's too many.
It's kind of ludicrous. Like,
Mhm.
it really bastardizes the whole Bloody Mary
Mhm.
thing. I was kind of curious because I was going over a couple different options for a nickname. And I was like, when I say Candyman, is he going to go to the horror movie? And sure shit, you did.
I got nervous and that's where I went. I was in my head thinking about what I was going to do and it wasn't good. I said, I was going to say, if you like it, you can put some bread on it. But that doesn't make sense. You put it in the bread.
That's true. That's true. And R.I.P. Tony Todd while we're on that topic,
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
But you're talking about sandwiches, Fred? You're sandwiching this topic?
Who can make a sandwich? Sprinkle it with oregano.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I thought you looked like you were about to pick it up just then.
Well, then I really went through my head of like, what could I rhyme with oregano?
Mhm.
I can't even think of anything, but maybe we can ask our guest if he can.
Rhyme with oregano.
I'm not a good rhymer. I'm just gonna stop you right there. I'm still stuck on you have to say his name 10 times in the mirror.
Think
10
so.
I don't think it's 10.
It's way more than 3.
It's
I know
5.
that.
I'm guessing. If it's more than 3, it's 5. It can't be 6 or 7 or 8.
I will.
Maybe 9.
This is some Monty Python shit right now.
Mhm.
I have a hard time brushing my teeth for 2 minutes
Mhm.
looking in the bathroom mirror to say someone's name 10 times.
Well, I had that fixed when my grandmother bought me a toothbrush that sang a song. You pressed a button.
What was the
and
song?
I got a feeling
Ooh,
night's gonna be a good night.
nice. The way the Black Eyed Peas should be memorialized in
Yes.
toothbrush
Hell
form.
yeah.
Candyman has to be said 5 times while looking into the mirror.
Okay, that seems manageable.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was something nuts like 8 or 9, and I'm like, that just feels wild. Welcome back to the pod, Vince Figueroa.
Hi, I'm back.
You're
if
back.
If you say Tony Todd's name 10 times, then he comes back as one of the many characters he played.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are we talking like old Jake though from like Deep Space Nine?
That would be my hope.
Yeah. God, it's
Deep
good.
Space Nine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't seen 1 through 8.
Oh,
Wow.
missing out. Yeah, first time in the studio though, Vince.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the first time, I was still doing my Doctor Who podcast, and you had
Yeah.
Beth and I on, and I think we recorded at our place, and you recorded here.
Yes.
It was remote. I remember that much.
Yes. I think we actually all were remote because it
Yeah.
was like not quite pandemic time, but it was like right outside of it.
It was maybe ankle deep in pandemic time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were in the waves.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
were exiting the ocean of
Yeah.
things.
Pick one of your variants. We were in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, last time I did the MCU with you guys.
Yes.
And now I'm very lucky to be here in the studio. This
Yeah.
is exciting.
Yeah.
Got TV.
Mhm.
You got movies.
Mhm.
Now we're talking food.
Yeah.
This is what we like in a guest. Somebody who likes to keep it fresh every single time they come in.
So if I do one more, I have to pick a whole new category.
Yeah.
There'll be a whole home run
Mhm.
of topics.
Yeah, you got a band you like.
Dave Matthews?
Dave Matthews up. That'd be fun.
Okay.
But only if we get to talk about the Chicago incident.
Mm.
Why? Whatever happened there? Surely nothing stinky.
I got to see the bridge one time. It was cool.
I like that the bridge is immortalized as the bridge that dropped the shit. But of course, Vince, you are here today to talk to us about the Chocolate Factory. Not Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
No, unfortunately.
Just to be I mean, listen, if we want to come back and talk Willy Wonka, that would be the natural.
I'm game.
Or
next
what's
step.
that place at Universal, like Mr. Toothsome's Not Chocolate Factory? It's very similar.
Yeah, I've never been to that place, but
I've been
heard it.
inside,
Okay.
but I didn't get any food there. But it's kind of like playing on the Willy Wonka factory vibe and chocolate.
Is it them like trying to do a knockoff so they don't get sued?
I think so, but I think maybe that's how it started, and now it's become its own thing. And so it's like steampunk Willy Wonka.
Oh,
It has its own lore and everything too,
Mhm.
right? It's crazy.
Another episode, you know. You get enough Patreon people, send us to Universal. Hey,
yeah. I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. Please sign up for the Patreon if you have not yet. Still time to get in, and lots of bonus episodes available.
Send Tom and Fred to Universal Studios.
Yes, that should be our campaign goal. If we make this much money, we'll go to Universal and we will record a podcast from the top of what's like the biggest ride there.
Well, they got the Super Mario Land.
yeah.
Well, Super Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
Correct me. Sorry. But yeah, that's super amazing.
We will be in pipes recording a podcast.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I want to go to the Monster Universe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You talking about like Universal monsters?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a new thing.
Do we get like the dark universe or whatever? Like it was like Johnny Depp and like
Yeah.
Russell Crowe that never made.
It's Johnny Depp and Russell Crowe walking around the park.
Tom Cruise with that really bad dub of him screaming.
Yes. God, who else was supposed to be in those movies? I know this is totally not the topic we're supposed to be talking about.
Javier Bardem was supposed to be Frankenstein. Maybe?
Oh,
Really? Wow.
Because they did the picture. They were all there.
I would have liked Javier Bardem better than Oscar Isaac in the Frankenstein movie.
Oscar Isaac is too handsome to be a monster.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
That kind of monster.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
Not to get, real life dark on you.
is the doctor the monster, or is the monster the monster?
Oh, smart.
See. But yes, we are here to talk about the local sub chain here in Southeast Wisconsin, the Chocolate Factory. A sub shop that sells, or is it an ice cream shop that sells subs, or a sub shop that sells ice cream?
I think it's how you're introduced to it. So I'm
Mm.
fairly new to it. My wife introduced me to it a few years ago.
Okay.
And I fell in love with it. She was a big fan from the get-go. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's a sandwich shop first that happens to have ice cream.
Mm.
But from my understanding, it was an ice cream shop that then brought in sub sandwiches.
I think that, well, I will look into the history and
Whoa.
confirm if that's the case.
I'm going to guess if they named it Chocolate Factory. Maybe that was the start. I don't know. You're going to tell us.
Yes. And I think that is exactly the case, that it did start as an ice cream parlor
Mhm.
and then sold it. In fact, well, we'll get into the history of it all, of how we even landed at the Chocolate Factory. But yeah, so you said you first introduced just a few years ago now.
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, it's hard to, so it's like, in my age, I measure things by, did it happen before or after COVID? Did it happen before or after kids? Did it happen before or after marriage? So it was definitely before COVID. So probably a good 10 years I've had Chocolate Factory in my life.
Okay.
But yeah, my wife was like, oh, Chocolate Factory is really good. We should try it. And we went and I loved it because their bread is phenomenal and their subs are warm. Even like the cold cut subs are a little bit warm. Not toasted, but like the bread is warm, which is a
Mhm.
nice little touch. And yeah, I love it. So we're a big sandwich family at the Figueroa household. So get to pick and choose, and the kids, whenever we order out something or go somewhere for subs in particular, Chocolate Factory is right at the top of that list.
Nice. I mean, it's definitely, it was kind of surprising having had a sandwich recently for the first time in a while to realize, yeah, even with the cold cut sandwiches, the bread is warm, which I thought was a nice surprise.
Mhm.
I think it elevated it a little bit. But Fred, you're relatively new to Chocolate Factory, am I right?
Yes, I hadn't had a sub from Chocolate Factory.
Is this your first sub ever?
Yes. Whenever we
wow.
talked about
Breaking
doing
news.
it. First sub ever, for sure. No, when we talked about doing this, it was like a few weeks ago. I went right away and I got 2 minis, tried those, and then today I got a different mini. So I've had 3 different minis and I've had the ice cream. That's what I knew the Chocolate Factory. I knew they had food, But that was a place because for me, when it comes to ice cream, I do love a quality cream,
Mhm.
but I love it more when I go to a place and there's options.
Oh, yes.
I like
Mhm.
the glass thing that you can hover over and
So
look at all
fun,
the
right?
all the cauldrons of ice cream.
Yes. And I think, well, we'll hold our opinions, I think, on where the quality of the ice cream and all that lands, but I think it's pretty good ice cream.
Yeah.
Um, I had been going to Chocolate Factory for a long time.
Okay.
So I believe I was going to the original Cedarburg location because I grew up in Mequon, which is right outside Cedarburg. And so my mom would take my sister and I to Chocolate Factory. And I have now no longer can remember whether it was originally just ice cream when we went or if they did serve sandwiches, which maybe going through this history again will remind me of when they actually introduced all that. But I know that when we would go, it would be for ice cream originally. And then at some point, it was like, well, go and get a sandwich as well. So, relatively young, I have been introduced to the Chocolate Factory, but infrequent visits. And I don't know why exactly that is, other than it just wasn't around the corner or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, we'd be in the area, but never like, okay, we're going to go to Chocolate Factory today. So,
Yeah, it's a franchise, but it's not ubiquitous like Cousins is. And Cousins is a regional sub chain as well, but there are a lot of Cousins in the greater Milwaukee area.
yes, it's like a mid tier franchise. I mean, what do you want to say? Like, yeah, because not like a Culver's or a Cousins, but like,
Yeah.
trying to think what other like area like franchises are there around here. I mean,
Oscars?
Oscars is a
Yeah.
parallel.
Yeah, it's a little more boutique, like an Oscars. Yeah.
Pops to an extent too, because there's three of them.
Yeah.
I always forget about that Glendale one.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You-
Well, we're South Side folks. So
Mhm.
Oh man, I was gonna say I grew up on the Glendale.
Well, no, I only knew that Cups when I first moved here because I was living in Brown Deer. That was kind of the closest one. I didn't know what Brookfield was. So I was used to going that, but now it's been so long. If I'm going to go there, I'm shooting up to Greenfield or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but it is it's an interesting experience going to Chocolate Factory because I think you do make that immediate association when you think of Chocolate Factory of like candy, right?
Yep.
And then you go there and you realize there's no candy here. The chocolate is referring to chocolate ice cream. So odd situation in that regard. But then you're like, oh, but the ice cream is pretty good. I guess, what do you think it is about this chain though that justified them branching out so much to like make this 9 locations?
I mean, you get a product that works and hits and people like, and then boom, go for the business. So I'm surprised it's 9 locations, to be honest.
I was shocked to learn that.
Yeah,
Surprised that many.
for sure. Because so yeah, Cedarburg, and then there's what, Brookfield, Oak Creek.
Correct. So it's Cedarburg, not Brookfield.
Oh,
Delafield, Oak Creek, Elm Grove, Menominee Falls, Oconomowoc, Pewaukee, Waukesha, West Bend.
wow.
No Milwaukee though. They go the quick trip route and they go, we're not.
We can't cross that border.
No,
Not going to do it.
Oh.
I think what, there's maybe one quick trip in Milwaukee borders right now. It's
there's-
under 5.
I know that because I wanted to go to a quick trip because I really wanted a fountain soda and I don't trust the Speedway in Bayview. I'm calling them out. I looked it up from where I live, which is right by
Get
where
their
we're
ass.
recording, 16 minutes.
Mm.
So quite a distance to get to a quick trip.
Yeah, there's one on 27th. I think 27th in College. Although that was used to be like a PDQ or something. It was a different gas station that Quick Trip
PDQ.
took over. So
it is kind of surprising. I didn't even know there was a quick trip on 27th
Yeah.
College. But no, you know what? No, I know what you're talking about. I know
Mhm.
exactly what you're talking about. So I guess that is technically Milwaukee.
it is
right?
technically
Within-
Milwaukee.
It's if that is not the only location that's in Milwaukee's borders, I will
Yeah.
be shocked.
Right.
But yeah, Chocolate Factory, I guess again, because I had grown up knowing this being in Cedarburg, which is where it originated, I never really even knew it was elsewhere. And then I think it became aware to me that like there was at least another one, probably the one in Oak Creek, because I think we saw it maybe one day, like driving like my wife and I. But at some point, yeah, I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I looked it up for this episode and I was like, I cannot believe there's 9 total. But it's fairly a simple model, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sandwiches and ice cream is not going to be difficult to franchise, and I think that's probably why they did it, right?
For sure. And like no one else does ice cream. Cousins will do shakes.
which is pretty new, right?
Yeah, that's pretty new. And their shakes are good too. If you haven't had their shakes, I'd say give them a try.
Mhm.
But no one else does ice cream or shakes that I'm aware of, at least in any significant way for sandwich shops, at least.
No, Potbelly.
Potbelly does.
Well,
Okay.
they do shakes.
Mm.
Do they do ice cream? Now I'm actually
I
questioning.
don't
it.
think they do. I'm not a Potbelly frequenter, but I don't remember seeing ice cream there.
And I will say, weirdly though, even if they don't do ice cream themselves, I think Chocolate Factory is the closest thing to Potbelly that's not Potbelly in my mind.
Yeah.
I see some similarities there.
Yeah, just in the way that, but although obviously it's a custom sandwich there versus like Chocolate Factory, you have a menu of items.
Yeah. But yeah, having that ice cream built into their menu makes them, it gives that uniqueness to them, right?
Yes.
Because if you're a sandwich shop, I don't know, what do you got? You know, everyone makes the same ham and cheese or turkey or club sandwich. So, like, what are you going to do that makes you different? Well, you have to have good bread. Okay, well, a lot of people have good bread. So, what are you going to do? Like, oh, well, if you're Jersey Mike's, then you shave it right there in house and you add extra stuff.
Mhm.
If you're Cousins, you have bread varietals that are all pretty good. If you're Subway, you're just everywhere. So, but yeah, I think just having the ice cream helps set them apart from the other spots.
Yeah, because it is a good pairing, and I think the sandwiches are not so packed that you are not hungry for ice cream afterward.
Mhm.
Plus, they don't come with like chips or fries or anything, which is like where everywhere else comes, they'll give you a bag of chips. Like, you can order chips. Or
Yeah.
whatever, but, like,
Yes.
I didn't because I knew I was going to be eating ice cream, and I was like, I just need a sandwich just to give me a base, and then I can have some of that sweet cream.
I feel this is a great place for people with kids because I feel sometimes kids don't want to eat the meal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to a place like this, they can look at the ice cream. They see it's right there. You know, you can coax them into finishing their sandwich. I also feel most places that have the ice cream and then a food component, it's like hot fried food, like your burgers and all that stuff. So that's kind of, again, making them different from the other places.
No, it's very true. I mean, if you even think of the classic like place that sells ice cream first and then also has hot food, like DQ, right? And it's all like
Sure.
chicken tenders and sandwiches, and they have burgers, but I can't tell you the last time I ordered hot food from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I can tell you that.
I have gotten fries with the Blizzard, and that's kind of nice.
That's a good combo.
That's a good combo.
I do want to talk a lot about ice cream, but I think before we really get into everything, we should do a little bit of a quick history just so we can fill in these gaps that we've been talking about here. Chocolate Factory has been around since 1972, which is surprising. Founded by two guys named Mike Toffler and Peter Blommer. I guess Mike had been in the ice cream business for a few years, and then his buddy Peter approached him about starting an ice cream parlor in Cedarburg, and thought it would kind of fit the character there because the place in Cedarburg, have you guys been to the original one?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It is a little different than the Oak Creek version in that it's a little more of a, has like that candy shop feel.
Okay.
Have you guys been to Amy's Candy Shop in Cedarburg?
not in a long. I feel like I have, but I don't remember.
Do they do candied apples?
Yes.
Like, okay, then I have been to that. Yes.
Okay. So imagine a place like that, but then if you had the same kind of interior as Oak Creek.
Okay.
It's a very small shop with like booths and stuff. Kind of looks like an old time diner of sorts. but-
Elm Grove is like that too.
Is that
I
right?
have been to that one because that's kind of by my work and has that same sort of dinery, malt place vibe.
It is interesting that it does give that vibe though too of like the whole old hole in the wall type place, like stop in a shop. It's almost like it reminds me of the soda shop that what's his name works at, and It's a Wonderful Life, and they have like the soda fountain in the
Oh,
counter.
the soda jerk
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
but there's like also a pharmacy in there too. I'm like, I never quite understood what was going on there.
Well, it's carbonation. It's new technology. It's going up real good. Bad marriage. Have some soda.
Remind me, I have a piece of somewhat related news later on, and it's very
Oh no, you have a bad marriage?
no.
Oh, okay,
no.
good.
That's bad timing.
It was bad timing. It was more about the whole candy shop aspect of things, but it's very Vince coded too. So
Oh,
I'll
nice.
share it at the end of the episode. So I guess they did originally sell candy. So I guess the chocolate shop was not just a clever name and being like, we only have chocolate ice cream. They also did sell candy.
Hmm.
But I don't know if they just stopped selling it. But later in 1972, the Subs joined the ice cream on the menu. Okay, so they've had Subs forever then.
Yeah.
But the owners were still searching for something to distinguish the business, and Chocolate Factory had made its own hot fudge. They decided to take, or Blommer, who was one of the founders, decided to take a food science course at a university dairy department so that they could make their own very high quality ice cream. And that's kind of how things got started for them.
I love that commitment to making it better.
Going to school to learn fudge.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So they basically brought back the recipe, decided to make their own ice cream in house, which you can tell. It's definitely very unique.
Mhm.
And it's interesting too, because we were just in Madison on Saturday and went to the chocolate shop. out there.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with the chocolate factory, who also make their own ice cream there. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of Chocolate Factory ice cream.
Is that the one with the cow on the?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The same ice cream that Babes has.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's real. That's excellent ice cream.
Yes,
Mhm.
which Babe's also an ice cream shop in
Mhm.
the area in Bayview, which is that's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Big fan. But yeah, so they were able to establish that place, and then they expanded to 9. There's actually kind of scant info. Most of this came from their website. So
Okay.
what they have out there is what's on there.
Hmm.
And yeah, so now today we got nine different locations, and they are cooking, as we can say.
Absolutely. So, what did you have for your sub?
So for me, I went with the Phoenix, which
Ooh.
was the turkey and bacon. And again, I was ordering a cold cut because I knew my wife, who had to order hot subs right now, she was getting the mini meatball and the mini buffalo chicken. Had I really read the menu through, I would have probably gotten 2 minis as well. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I was like, it's all right. I'll get a big sandwich. I thought that the Phoenix itself was very good because the hot bread, I think, was very good. I really liked it. And they also had like a some kind of sauce, and I have to maybe look it up on their menu here again. But the sauce was kind of the clincher. It was a very good, like chipotle mayo, I think it was.
No, I
That's-
love a Chipotle mayo.
Yeah.
And I think if you had gone back and gotten this one, Fred, I think you would have really liked this one. I knew turkey was kind of going to be my pick, but
Mhm.
That's like, I don't eat Subway really because it's just not good. But the thing I do always miss was their Southwest mayo, which is like a
Mhm.
Chipotle mayo.
mhm.
Stuff's pretty good. So now that I hear they have that, I am intrigued.
Yeah, it is. It was better than I expected. I'm not saying I didn't expect good sandwiches, but I think compared to I had a bite of the buffalo chicken and I had a bite of the meatball, I thought they were all right.
Okay.
I thought the buffalo chicken was a little bit better than the meatball. I was surprised how much I was not huge on the meatball. Something didn't click for me, and maybe it was because it was a mini, but yeah, I was surprised I liked the cold cut more.
Did you have the peppers on the meatball sub?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not a big banana pepper guy either. So that's probably part of it.
Could be.
But I did also get a cherry shake, which also was an excellent choice because I think the ice cream there is pretty great. I've had the ice cream many, many times in my life, so I can vouch for it. The Blue Moon is very good. So I was like, but you know what? I don't know the last time I had a shake from here, so I decided to try it. Cherry shake was a good choice. Really enjoyed that flavor. What did you get, Vince?
So once we established that this is what we're going to do for the pod, my go-to is just a turkey and cheese, and my cheese of choice is provolone. So that's what I went with. That's what I usually go with, and it's always good. It's always good. But just to try something else for the pod, I got the meatball sub to try something warm, and I personally liked mine.
Okay.
So could be definitely one of those things where it depends on which teenager is making your food that day.
Yeah.
Because I will say, although I always get the turkey and cheese I had in preparation for this episode was not the best version of that I had. The turkey seemed a little gamey, which that was a first that I've ever experienced there. So
Interesting.
knows what happened there. Again, weird. I've never had that happen before. But my meatball sub was really good. So those are my go-to. The rest of the family, my wife is a turkey and cheese gal. She goes cheddar for her cheese of choice.
Oh,
My
turkey
daughter
cheddar,
does
nice.
turkey cheddar, yeah. And then my daughter usually does ham and cheese, and my son is a club guy.
Hey.
Yeah. So
I was looking at the club and I almost did that until I saw the Phoenix and saw that it came with bacon. And I was like, well, I gotta try and zhuzh this up.
Yeah.
And I was pretty happy with my choice. Fred, what did you get though?
So the initial trip a few weeks ago, whenever we said we were doing it, I got two minis.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Italian beef and I got just the cold cut Italian. Cold cut Italian, probably like Mount Rushmore of foods for me.
Mm.
Pretty up there with, wings, steak. That's, something I love. I thought it was good. I agree. The bread is probably the best thing that's got going, and that's should be the most important thing with sandwiches
Mhm.
is the bread. I did not love the Italian beef, but I kind of knew. I always know I'm getting myself into that situation when I go to a place that's not an Italian beef place and I get the Italian beef. But it was just one of those days where I was like, I want to try it. I did get the hot giardiniera, and I was happy that it did actually have a kick because I do like a spicy, and sometimes they'll have the sweet and the hot isn't hot enough. So that was the plus. I just didn't get down with the meat. The Italian, I thought everything was standard, but that bread is great. And I think my favorite part of a sandwich, and because I love the Italian, is white sub bread, mayo, oregano, and then just a little vinegar seeping into the
Mhm.
bread.
Yeah.
I don't need really anything else. Like I'm good with that. Like
Yeah.
that's my favorite stuff. Like you can get the meat and cheese veg out here. But when I had the meatball mini, I was not a huge fan. And I think I know why I didn't like it as much. I think I do not like their marinara sauce because I did kind of have a chunk of the ball that was untouched by anything, was kind of sticking out the top, and I was like, I'm gonna go at it from the side, try to just bite pure ball.
Yeah.
Get those balls.
The pure ball, I was like, this is good. I love that I can taste like a little, because I think what I want out of a meatball is I want to taste a little breading, but I don't want it to taste bready.
Sure.
I don't want it to be dry, and it wasn't dry. I got the Capone meatball, which came. I love the banana peppers. I'm always putting them on my sandwich if that's an option. I didn't think the pepperoni did anything for me. I kind of almost feel like, as crazy as it sounds, I think a neutral meat would have been good on there, like a turkey meatball.
When I ordered my meatball sub, I said no pepperoni.
Smart.
Just give me the sauce, the cheese, and the balls.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I did get peppers on it, but yeah, like the pepperoni felt unga pachka to me. Like
Yeah.
it's a meatball sub. The meatballs are the stars.
And I will do a mild flex. This doesn't apply to the Italian beef because that's so distinctly regional. I include Wisconsin in Italian beef because I've had a little bit in both places, Chicago here, and I feel like we do it pretty well. I do think hot subs overall can be mildly lackluster compared to the East Coast warm subs. I don't know what's going on, but cold cuts here, I love them. That I'm usually going to go for the cold one. Hot subs, I'm usually hit or miss with in general in all these places that we might discuss later.
I do think, in part, that is probably has to do with the type of food that we make in Wisconsin, right? Like cold cuts seem a little bit more of the Wisconsin way, right?
Very much.
Like it's just we do turkey pretty well, we do ham pretty well, we do even roast beef pretty well. And I was actually very close to getting a roast beef and cheddar, but I was like, nah, I gotta do turkey. If I'm only gonna make it once, I gotta do turkey. And I do feel like I don't know if there's a place I love a warm sub from anywhere in Wisconsin. Even like Cousins, who I think probably does the better warm bread subs.
They have a pretty decent Philly cheesesteak.
The Cousins does?
Yeah.
Cousins that's the only Philly cheesesteak that I will fuck with.
Really?
I think Philly cheesesteak, I don't know what y'all are doing over here. I don't know. And like, cause I wish I had answers. So I'm like, well, over here they do it this way. And I'm like, I'm open the billfold of the sandwich.
Uh-huh.
It's got all the same stuff in there. I just don't know what's happening. But like,
Well, there's a tradition. Like you go to Philadelphia, and that's a tradition. Like that's
mhm.
what they do. Like you can get a custard anywhere in the country, but it just hits different here because it's what we do,
Right.
right? So yeah, I don't know. Is that lack of chef knowledge or quality of meat is different?
I don't, it could just be the sourcing of the ingredients. I don't know. Like I did think the bread was really good at Chocolate Factory, but I think about a place called Tony's in Tawny Town, the small town.
You
I was-
from a small
I
town?
came from a small town.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's little.
Okay.
Population. I'm not good with population sizes. Tony's had a thing called a pizza burger, and they did a meatball sub. And I used to kind of go back and forth between those. And I had one like 2 years ago, and it really knocked my socks off because I thought for a while like it's just the memory, it's the nostalgia, but it really was. The pizza burger is like a sausage and hamburger, like long patty, kind of like the BK chicken sandwich with a great marinara. So it's also an Italian restaurant. So I'm giving, they probably have a lot more love in their marinara, and then just cheese. And then that, made in-house bread that you can smell walking into the place. It hits. So that's why like hot subs, I usually stay away from, but cold cuts, some great cold cuts around here.
Yeah.
And the one I had at Chocolate Factory, I liked it a lot.
Oh, I'll posit a theory here too.
Oh.
With warm sandwiches, I think more often than not, you're going to get two different types here that Wisconsin does particularly well: hamburgers and hot ham and rolls. But that's also a very specific type of thing
For sure.
because it's almost like a make your own sandwich at that point.
And that's, again, you're really leaning on that fresh bread and the like local sourced ham,
Mhm.
right? Usually if you're doing the ham rolls, you're getting like the cut of hay or whatever.
Yeah, right. But I mean, right? It's like if you are used to making a cheeseburger, like it doesn't really translate to making like a Philly cheesesteak, unless you're cousins. But I guess they
Yeah.
figured out something.
But boy, oh boy, like it's surprising that there isn't one of the local chains, like Cousins or Chocolate Factory, that doesn't have the Sunday special hot ham and roll.
Oh, I know.
It's like, boy, it's right there for the taking. Because yeah, when you say hot ham and rolls, my mind immediately goes to, you go to whatever local grocer and they have the hot ham already packaged up for you. They got the bag of the rolls, you got the cheese, you buy it all, you make it at home. You don't actually go to a restaurant to get hot ham and rolls, you make it at home.
Mhm.
So it's like, boy, oh boy, right there for the taking. Chocolate Factory, if you're listening, make a Sunday special. That would be huge.
Are we talking a Sunday special or a with a Y or with an AE Sunday
Oh,
special?
Wow, Tom.
Maybe that should get us into talking a little about the ice cream.
Okay.
At Chocolate Factory. What ice cream did you guys have? And Vince, maybe you can start.
In the past, I usually go with a chocolate shake. That's
Okay.
that's a good solid go-to for me. But for the pod, I had a turtle sundae. So yeah, I got to experience their. I'm not sure if they still do their own.
The science fudge.
Yeah, their own science fudge. It tasted like good chocolate fudge to me. I guess my palate isn't that discerning, but it tasted good to me. And then it comes with standard vanilla, the caramel. Pecans, which I always love a pecan in there. Whipped cream was pretty good. I'm guessing that was authentic cream and not ready whip or anything.
Yeah.
Then got your cherry on top, and yeah, it hit. It's good stuff. That's a good solid sundae. Simple, but if you do it right, it's gonna be awesome.
But more often than not, when you go, you're going chocolate shake.
Chocolate shake is my usual go-to. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So like the Chocolate Factory, chocolate
Chocolate
staple,
shake.
the chocolate shake.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred, you got what the first time you went?
So this last time when I got the minis, I didn't get any ice cream. But again, this is what I was going to Chocolate Factory for, was the ice cream. And I usually get one thing the same, one thing different. Because something that is nice at Chocolate Factory, you can get the cone or waffle cone, and you can ask for two flavors, and they won't give you two giant towering scoops. They'll give you like a normal amount of two flavors, which not a lot of places do that. I don't think the place we were at the other day, because I think I heard someone ask, does that. And that's big for
Chocolate
me,
shop. Yeah.
because I want I want a little variety. One flavor, I'm gonna get bored. I'm sorry. But I still pick one standard flavor, and this might knock your socks off. A flavor of ice cream that I quite love is cotton candy.
Ooh.
I don't think it tastes like cotton candy.
No, it
It's like
doesn't.
its own thing,
Yeah.
and I love it. And the problem with it is it doesn't pair well with many flavors. So I usually get the cone and I ask them to do the bottom, the candy or cotton candy, and then the top I usually look for a chocolate, caramel, or peanut butter in that range, something with a nut. I agree. And that way I can kind of eat off the one on the top and then have my cotton candy at the bottom. But that's what I usually get for ice cream.
Interesting. Cotton candy.
Have you had cotton candy ice cream from a good place?
I cannot recall the last time I had cotton
If
candy.
you're at a place where they give samples, I recommend try it. It's not what you think it is. It's something different and it's good. It's not for everyone. It's similar to like a Blue Moon. I don't think they taste the same, but it's like a very distinct taste.
Which I am surprised none of us went and got a Blue Moon ice cream because I think that's like a chocolate shop.
Oh,
What was
whoa.
Blah.
Listeners at home, Fred calling us out because I'm a fan of Blue Moon myself. I didn't
too.
get it ahead of the pod. I've had it before at Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
But like in general, I like Blue Moon as a flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty good.
Me
And
too.
it sounds like, yeah, you're a fan too.
No,
Yeah.
I'm in the minority. I know most people
Okay.
like it.
Because I think this is just me. I think Chocolate Factory's Blue Moon is among the better places that does a Blue Moon.
I think I've had the cups.
Oh, okay.
So I've had a premium Blue Moon. I just want to put it out there.
Fair enough.
I don't know the last time I had a Cop's Blue Moon, and I don't know where there's ranks against Chocolate Factory. But when I was a young lad, skipping into the Cedarburg Chocolate Factory, and I would order myself a Blue Moon scoop and this cone, and I thought it was pretty good.
It was like a fancy voice, but you had a little Sandler in there. I thought.
I could also go Jimmy Stewart. You could go with the soda jerk. Well, I went into the chocolate factory.
There you
Got
go.
myself a little Blue Moon.
I'm still trying to remember what his name is in It's Wonderful Life.
George Bailey.
There it is.
Zuzu's pedals.
Mhm.
Those panels. So like we Jimmy Stewart's coming one day. We're gonna do something really special around
Well,
him.
I told you my Jimmy Stewart connection.
What's that?
That he's from the same small town in Pennsylvania that my grandparents are from.
Oh yeah.
And when his dad was his dad had a hardware store and his Oscar was in the hardware store window. When his dad was sick in the hospital, I think I could have the people wrong, but I think it was my grandmother was in the hospital having my mom or my aunt at the same time. And Jimmy Stewart was there, kind of his final goodbyes to his dad. So
Oh.
Jimmy Stewart is like intrinsic to not the Dakin more, but the Davis, which would be like that side of the family.
Gotcha.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Mhm.
I do remember you telling me this now, but
I'm
now
sure, and I've probably told it on pod too.
jogged my memory a bit.
Mhm.
But yes, all that to say, I think the Blue Moon, if you guys get a chance to go again, and it sounds like you've had it before, but
Yes.
I would give it a shot.
Do they let you sample at Choco Factory?
Yeah, they have samples there.
I also just have that anxiety. I'm afraid to hold up the line, so I rarely do samples. But maybe that's the way I go.
Just get a taste, and then if you don't like it, then you don't have to get it. But at least then you can say you've tasted it. But I think I could be wrong, right?
Yeah. Well, let me throw this out here, another wrench to throw into the mix. So, because you said you've had it at Cops, and they do frozen custard, which is different from ice cream in the same way that, gelato is different and soft serve is different as well.
Mhm.
I wonder if, because yes, Cops is a premium frozen custard out there. I would argue better than Culver's as far as frozen
No, for
custard
sure,
goes.
easily.
But I wonder if the flavor profile is different because it was frozen custard.
Could be. I mean, I think I've had Blue Moon things, and I know what that flavor is. It's
Sure.
like that Fruit Loopy flavor.
Mhm.
So I get it, and it's not like I eat it. I'm like, ugh. I'm just like, it's not like
vampire.
if I'm gonna put that sweet ice cream in my body, it better be something I'm in love with.
Fair enough.
But I do think you're onto something though, and I think it might be the eggs in the equation, right?
Mhm.
Because I also will say that applies to me for ice cream and gelato, where like pistachio gelato, coffee gelato. I really love
Absolutely.
pistachio ice cream, coffee ice cream. I have had better. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it always leaves me a little bit wanting.
Absolutely.
There's eggs in some ice cream, but not most, right?
No.
Because I was looking to see if Chocolate Factory and most do not have eggs,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's the key.
but custard is egg.
Very
Yeah.
eggy. Yeah.
And I could see maybe that adds almost like makes Blue Moon too sweet. And maybe that's
With
why
custard, I could see that be the
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
that might be why I don't ever get Blue Moon from
Guys
Pops.
just denying that I just don't like it. You're like, you probably just didn't have the right one, you
We're
know.
gonna pause the podcast right here, right? And go get you some ice cream. Yes.
I mean,
It sounds like you guys got to go back to flavor school. That's what I'm saying.
is this not the butter pecan conversation we had the other day when you were like butter pecan custard was better than butter pecan ice cream?
But here's my reason for that is because we're getting it fresh from the cop's teat. The nuts aren't soggy, and when you buy, that's my problem with all nut ice cream from a store.
Uh-huh.
Which I try not to even buy store ice cream anymore. If I get ice cream, I want to go to a place.
Yeah.
But I feel like the nut is always a little soggy when you get store butter pecan. That's why I think butter pecan is a little meh. Other places.
Cop's butter pecan though is
Yeah.
top tier.
But yeah, I think
So-
I think you're right. Getting it fresh from the teat of the or the dump of. If you've ever been to
the udder.
custard, yeah, it's like a big dump that they scoop out.
Oh,
But yeah, if you get it fresh, I mean that makes all the difference. It's
I think any of the nut stuff, cake stuff. Like I don't love like
Yeah.
cake ice cream, but from Cops, I'm all over it because they got that sheet cake. They're just like working into the ice cream.
Mhm.
Love it.
So interesting. I never really considered these aspects of all this.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh yeah, I suppose there is different ways that people would make it in different flavor profiles.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I think Chocolate Factory ice cream pretty good.
Yeah, very solid stuff. I mean, if you were just going to ignore the subs and like we're looking for an ice cream place to go to, and that's your only option, boy, oh boy, what a great option to have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that.
Plenty of flavors, and they seem to rotate a bit. At least they have their standard, but I'm guessing some of those are kind of coming in and out. Same with they had a sub of the month too. I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I almost got it just to have something kind of different, but I wanted to try that meatball sub. They right now their special for the ice cream is a peep shake, which I'm not a big peep person. But
But a fun thing to have.
fun thing to have. But what was crazy was it was a cotton candy milkshake. That's the one in the description, which cotton candy ice cream doesn't taste like Peeps. I'm gonna just say that. But then they were doing like a marshmallow topping. So I guess that's kind of getting you close to a Peep flavor. So the description actually sounded kind of good. I just still was like, I'm a little Peep adverse. So
I think I'm willing to try cotton candy because there's something to that that feels maybe more tied in. Peep sounds like a lot.
That sounds a bit too much. But yeah, if I do see cotton candy somewhere and I can get a sample, I'll definitely try a sample.
oh, for sure.
While me sampling here is what it sounds like.
Mhm.
No, I'm not sure if you remember at the Cedarburg location, but at the Oak Creek location, which it sounds like we mostly went
It
to.
was just there.
Now they have the employee favorites,
Mhm.
which is a nice little like hometown touch. So it has like all the employees and what their favorites are. So it's like if you're really having a hard time trying to decide what to get, you can go with Colleen, whose favorite is peanut butter cookie dough. Sorry to dox Colleen, or Rachel, who really enjoys Yippee Skippy. But
You know what? Drag her.
oh, Autumn likes Blue Moon.
Surprise.
Fred's more of a summer guy.
Oh yeah, and they have so they're employees of the month. One of them is also the sandwich artist, which is a fun little detail.
I love it when
them.
they're artists.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
are they not doing art when they went to school to do this? Right?
Mhm.
I mean,
I'm following my dreams, Dad.
I know.
Mhm.
Which I have to say, and to call this back, I don't know where they ended up going to school because I didn't do enough of that research. But I mean, again, there's only so much information available on Chocolate Factory. I mean, they didn't
If you
have,
guys are going to talk about Chocolate Factory, I'd really appreciate you doing all the research.
we don't have our own researcher. It's just Fred and I.
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things that are untrue.
I'm on the Patreon. What am I paying for if it's not for the research?
And then we get the nice like chat from Jasmine, which we're very happy that she listens to every episode. Fred, you said this, and I think you I think I said simply the best, and it was not Tina Turner doesn't sing that, or she does sing it.
I think she does sing that.
Tina
Okay.
Turner does sing.
I might have said Whitney Houston.
I think you did.
Whitney wishes that she had sung
Mhm.
it.
I wish, yeah.
I am trying to see if I can do a little. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. If I took the time to look up Peter Blommer, which I just did, this man is in the Candy Hall of Fame.
Whoa.
Yeah, you not. Assuming this is the same person, but I guess he's a Nepo. He's a chocolate Nepo of the Blommer Chocolate Company. My God, look at this guy. Are you kidding me here? Assuming this is the same person, but how many Peter Blommers are out there that could be in the Candy Hall of Fame?
Man, the Candy Hall of Fame. I'd love to go there.
His organization was incorporated into the World Cocoa Foundation. I fucking love how serious the candy and chocolate businesses in the world are. Like, they take their shit so serious.
Oh yeah, like yeah, chocolate, cheese here in Wisconsin. You can go to school and become a cheese master. Crazy.
Yeah. Kind of hilarious. But yeah, it sounds like he went and started his own.
I like to think that if you go to cheese school, it's taught by mice. That'd be pretty cool, right?
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. He went out and started the Blommer Chocolate Factory or Blommer Chocolate Company.
Mm.
Sounds like. Yeah. I was trying to see where he actually went to school though to learn all about his agricultural background, because what I was going to say, or what I was trying to justify and maybe like wedge into this
Cheese wedge.
cheese wedge. Thank you, Vince. See, this is improv 101 we're doing right now. Is that University of Wisconsin, obviously very, very good dairy. I mean, we were talking about Chocolate Shop in Madison, which I assume probably some kind of product of the school's teachings. But it does sound like this Peter Blommer is an Illinois native. Looks
Oh,
like he
boy.
went to school.
Carpetbagger.
He went to Georgetown. It's just sort of like Jesus Christ. And then he ended up going to, this guy sounds like he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. I'm done looking.
Hey, good way to eat ice
We
cream.
were rooting for him so hard at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he's the type of guy that comes and be like, "You want to do a chocolate company?" And the other guy's like, "Yeah, I do. Okay." A chocolate factory, if you will. But anyway, but I mean, it is still interesting to learn about that, because I think there is something to the craft of good ice cream in the area here.
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not, I mean, it still is a Wisconsin product. Chocolate Factory is.
Mhm.
In fact, it's only in Wisconsin for the moment. We'll see what happens in 25 years. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just think it's we do ice cream well. When we're talking about things that Wisconsin does well, Wisconsin does ice cream and custard well. I would wager the only place I think I've ever had, and I'd be curious where you guys have had better ice cream, maybe California.
Yeah, I'd say California has supreme stuff. I mean, they have a big dairy scene there as well. I mean, not all of California is hot, but you know,
Mhm.
where most of the population lives, it's pretty warm. So, yeah, they definitely know their ice cream there for sure. Yeah, as far as custard goes, boy, I'm not sure who else does custard the way we do.
I had custard in Illinois, and I was surprised even.
Okay.
I will say, do not forget the Dutch and the Amish
I never
in
forget.
Pennsylvania make some sweet cream that's quite good.
Yeah.
So if you get up in the Pennsylvania area, you do hit some very simple, good ice cream, like a nice vanilla, not a lot of crazy flavors, but
Vanilla's
these
a
little
flavor.
places. I agree. I agree.
It's a bean.
Tis a bean. And I will say I still agree that this is like a better, like there's more places to get good ice cream. I did have a place in Georgia I love that I think chained at least up to the East Coast called Brewster's.
Mhm.
They were just these little shacks, and they made the waffle cones in the little shack. They had a bunch of flavors. I think that's what I love is make the waffle cone in house and have a lot of choices.
Yeah.
That's like that makes me happy. Those two things.
For sure. I mean, like, because like your sugar cones and whatever, your wafer cones, you get those from Cisco and whatever, they're fine. But yeah, you make your waffle cone in-house, man, that really hits.
Absolutely.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, you can go like to, Fred, what you're kind of saying, like you can go to a lot of places across the country, and yeah, if there's a strong dairy industry, you're most likely going to find some good ice cream, or if you're in a big city, you'll probably find somebody who does it exceptionally well. But to your point, Tom, I think you're right that, you'll have a better chance of finding more opportunities for good ice cream like Wisconsin or California.
Yeah, more prevalent.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think to a further degree, because Fred was talking about the glass case type ice cream place, I think that's kind of a rare breed now. I
Mhm.
mean,
It is.
31 flavors is not a widespread thing. That's Baskin Robbins for those who are not.
And if you go to a Baskin Robbins, which you can now because they're kind of back. I mean, there was always that one in Tosa, but now there's like one kind of more in like South, not quite Oak Creek, but that
Mhm.
southern area. And you go there, and a lot of the times they're out of most of the flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we
So,
doing
like,
here?
I don't know. Why have all these big cauldrons and no ice cream?
Yeah. So I think that's why I do see Chocolate Factory as a really nice option if you don't have any other places like that, like a Baskin Robbins in the area. Or if Baskin Robbins is out of their shit, then you can go to Chocolate Factory, and they do usually have a lot
Yes.
of their ice cream.
But I remember now you did get to have, it wasn't in Pennsylvania, but what I would refer to as a Pennsylvania-esque ice cream place that
Yes.
did have a lot of flavor options was that Hoffman's.
Yes, and that was very good too.
That was good stuff.
I still and I don't know, man. Yeah, trying to pick like a favorite ice cream or like top ice creams ever is like
That's tough.
so hard, especially because I mean, and I will say, if you ever find yourself in Ghirardelli Square, and it sounds the most stereotypical touristy shit ever. I mean, if you get something with like hot fudge in there, you're in heaven.
No, I heard it's great, and I've been to San Francisco a handful of times. And I never did that, so I'm bummed I haven't done that.
Make that a pilgrimage next time you're there.
Yeah.
Again, it's so touristy, it's so cheeky, but you're gonna be happy when you got ice cream.
Oh yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with doing the tourist stuff. My wife and I, this would be more than 10 years ago. We were in New York and we did the, uh, boy, oh boy, Serendipity ice cream, and they have like you can get you could at the time a very expensive ice cream where there was like gold leaf that was folded
Hey.
into the ice cream.
Wow.
We did not do that, but just like we did whatever we did, it was very delicious ice cream. So
Nice.
like it was very kitsch for New York. It felt very kitschy, but it was delicious ice cream.
Like kind of like a plussed up purple door.
Very plussed up, yes. And yeah, Purple Door is another great local
That's-
Wisconsin for sure.
Mhm.
Like that's one that when like you said, you said, Fred, they usually don't get ice cream like at a grocery store, but like the small batch Purple Door stuff, I'll get some of those.
Oh yeah, that I'm looking for like, cause you can go to Grappies or even Outpost here, and they'll have like those smaller brands. Like those I'll get. I'm just like my Briar's days are for the most part over. In a
Yeah.
pinch, I mean, in a pinch, I'll eat anything. But if I'm looking through those aisles, I'm looking for like I think Jenny's, which isn't local, but is kind of like a plussed up,
Yeah.
nice ice cream. I usually when I look at ice cream at a store, I look for eggs in it.
Which they have that gelato brand now too. That's pretty good.
Is that like the see through?
Mm.
I've gotten
Yeah,
that a
sounds like it
handful
all.
of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of what the brand name is, but that is pretty good too.
Mhm.
Were you
yeah.
on Ben and Jerry's?
I think it's no good anymore.
I think it's been overrated. Yeah.
I think that's the problem. There was once upon a time when Ben and Jerry's was that tub you go for at the grocery store. But
Right.
when you do live in the Milwaukee area
Uh-huh.
and there's Purple Door right next to it,
Mhm.
it's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go for Purple Door
Yeah.
because it's
And because they're shoving so much shit in there, the caloric shit on those it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Like a spoonful is a serving because that's all you can handle.
Exactly. And same with Haagen-Dazs. Like
Yeah.
those are the two brands I stay away from because I'm not getting more satisfaction. I want to eat the same amount of ice cream, but they are like astronomical in calories, both of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But I think that's why you're seeing all these other tubs though now, and why they're getting more popular is because I think people in California and people in Wisconsin are like, get these hippies from Vermont out of here.
Mhm.
We've got another option. California's like, I want my Jennies. We're like, I want my Purple Door, or I want my like Cedar Creek or something like that.
Sure.
Cedar, is it Cedar Crest?
Or Cedar Crest.
Cedar
sorry.
Crest.
Cedar
yeah.
Crest, I think, is another one in a pinch. Like that's the most widely because you can get that a lot of places in
4th of July, they
Wisconsin.
just hand it out.
What?
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. We'll get together on the 4th of July. You go the end of the parade route in the park. They are just handing them out. Thank you, Milwaukee County Park System.
Wow.
Yeah.
There might be a Cedar Crest ice cream flavor mentioned later in this podcast.
Whoa.
All right. All right. Well, hold that.
Forgot about the crest.
Before we get to that, though, and I think we're already kind of hedging on this a little bit. How about some show me the franchise here? What are some things you wish that maybe Chocolate Factory could still do, or maybe things that they should have been doing all along?
Well, you guys mentioned that you had multiple mini subs. And boy, that's a fun idea. And I wish they would market that more. Because usually when I get a sub, it's like I'm just getting the standard, whatever it is, 15-inch sub. But they have a lot of good variety. And it's a good, like, even the smaller size seems like a good bit. Like, man, it'd be nice to mix and match. Like, make that a thing that you promote. Like,
Yeah.
you want a mini buffalo chicken and a mini phoenix? Boom, there's your meal. Like, that could be really fun to market that.
They should be marketing it where you're getting like the price of the single large sub for the 2 minis because you do get once you buy just minis, you're paying a premium.
Sure.
But that I'm just a plus onto that for a Show Me franchise. Yeah, make that a marketing 2 minis for the price of one sub. You know,
And I could be have missed this completely, but I would even make it like a combo. Be like, you get 2 different minis, bag of chips, dish of ice cream. It's like $12 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not 12 because
Yeah.
everything's way more expensive now.
but I think the minis are like 6 to 8.
Yeah. I mean, fine, $20 for all that or whatever you want to call it. It
Sure.
sounds ridiculous, but also I would love to try 2 different flavors. Again, I wish I had seen that and I could have been like, okay, I could have got that and then I got this. But
Yeah. Because I think next time I go, I might do 2 minis just to try something
Because
else.
Jersey Mike's has the same setup.
do they do 2 minis?
Ooh.
Well, they just have minis.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They
okay.
have juniors or tinies, and they're about that
Right.
same size. Where, like, in a pinch, like, that's all I got tonight, and like, I'm fine. You know, like, I definitely could have eaten the other part of it,
Hmm.
but like, I'm satiated. You know, so it's enough food, but you know,
Yeah.
Mm.
or
And then my other pitch would be do the Sunday hot ham and roll.
Yes.
Like that's a fun idea. And like, just make it on Sundays because we got the Friday fish fry and you can only get that fish fry on Friday nights. So
Mhm.
Sundays, come on over to Chocolate Factory and get our hot ham and roll Sundays.
Mhm.
Did they have ice cream sandwiches? I can't even
they have like a chippy thing. It's called a chippy, I think.
Mm.
Legit, like just the cookie, kind of like at the chocolate shop. They had
Yes.
those. I was just gonna ask, and this is adjacent, kind of going back. When you guys both turkey guys,
Mhm.
are you picking that purely preference, or is that like a little bit of like turkey's a little leaner?
I used to be ham and cheese, and then I switched to turkey for the leanness, but I do enjoy the taste of turkey.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yeah, I would say because it's lean, I like it. 2, it's kind of like the vanilla ice cream of deli meats, is that you can kind of pair it with a lot of different things and it usually goes pretty well together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you have to be a little more particular. Like, you're not going to have roast beef and provolone, not going to taste right.
yeah.
I think you can put cheddar with turkey. I think you can also put provolone, which is a little bit better with turkey.
Mhm.
So, but you don't get the same kind of versatility with all the other deli meats, is my feeling.
And the other question: have either of you tried? I saw they did croissant sandwiches.
I have not ventured into the croissant.
So that's a coulda, woulda, shoulda for myself. If I were to go back, they had like a turkey jam, like a blackberry jam turkey croissant vibe, and they were putting jardiniere in there, a little sweet, spicy turkey, buttery croissant.
Nice.
I will say for a personal, even coulda, woulda, shoulda, because Jasmine got a Sunday when we went. And it was also, but she also had a little bit of a complaint about it, which surprised me. She thought it was too much fudge, and it was actually melting the ice cream too fast. So she didn't get to enjoy it, I think, as much. Even though I thought it was pretty good because I got a bite early on. I was like, oh, it's good. But I also kind of agreed with like a little too fudgy, even though the fudge is good, and I like fudge. But I was like, they could have dialed it back just a smidge.
We'll see how it goes because I bought a turtle sundae. It's in the freezer right now. I'm going to eat it tonight.
Yeah. But I will say, here's my personal coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm usually a shake or a dish guy. And I think I need to start being more Sundays because I have had a couple Sundays recently from some places that are really good. And I feel like I want to see more creative Sundays, and they seem to have a lot of different ones there. So definitely want to try more of this.
Yeah, I almost got the brownie sundae, but then I was like, I don't know if I should. Maybe I'm running a 10K this weekend. Maybe after that, I will have earned a brownie sundae. But for this, I just don't want the turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a brownie sundae. That's also you might almost want to eat there. I want that brownie hot.
Yeah,
ice
for
cream
sure.
cold.
Yeah, like you wouldn't take that to go. You run to the chocolate factory and then you eat that brownie
Yes.
sundae.
That's what I
Shovel it
was
into my mouth.
nervous about the turtle and the thing that, you could put a sundae in the freezer if it just doesn't have that hot fudge anymore. So I'm curious how that fudge is going to
It's
take up.
like, how are you going to be able to? You can't even warm it up unless.
No.
No.
But I've done that with sundaes. You don't get that hotness, but it's still tasty.
Mm.
I'm more of a, and I know I said like I don't like Ben and Jerry's because it's too like high in calories and there's too much shit in it. Of like an ice cream and a cone of a sundae, I do love like the mix-in Culver's concrete mixer, that vibe.
Yeah.
That's generally my favorite. Like, let me throw a couple things in there, swirl in that sauce. That's my go-to.
Well, I mean, you're almost halfway though to a blizzard at that point.
Yeah, I want a Blizzard, but better than a DQ product, which I don't mind DQ. I still will get DQ. Don't get scared, Tom.
No.
Whoa, you look scared.
I know. Sit down.
It sounds like what you're looking for is a hurricane. And
Yes.
I gotta say, after hearing about, oh my god, now the name's completely escaping me
Is
here.
that handles?
Handles.
Yes. Had a chance to get the handles when I was in California.
How was it?
Yeah, it's worth the hype.
Okay.
That is because they also make their ice cream in house.
That makes all the difference.
But what I need to double check here, because I'm like, I don't know that it's a California based. I think they might be from Ohio.
That's what you were saying, because there's a bunch in Ohio,
There's-
Indiana.
Yeah, but then there's like a bunch in California, like LA County specifically. So I don't know what the story is there, why they went there, but that's worth going out of your way for if you can
Okay.
get to one. Because I think I got a hurricane there, and yeah, I was like, this is better than most blizzards I've had in the last 20 years.
If I can convince my wife to go to Indiana, because I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark. So last year we went to Chicago to see the Fever play the Chicago Sky, because it's like we didn't want to go all the way to Indiana because it's Indiana. Sorry if you have any listeners in Indiana. But then Caitlin was injured last season, so like she was there at the game but not playing. So I'm planning to go to Chicago again to see her, but maybe we can loop in handles and go to Indiana.
There you go.
Yeah.
I went to Andy's in the Chicago area, which is kind of like a Oscars or I'm trying to think of that Gillies.
Yes.
That's what I would compare it more to, but they do their version. I forget. I think they may call them avalanches or something like that, where it's like a mix-in deal, and that was really good. And it was custard, and that's what surprised me. I didn't know they were messing around with custard over there. But yeah, I would like to try the handles. I did look, it'd be an extra 2 hours to my trip to go to one, and that's 1 hour out of the way, 1 hour back. But maybe
Little research.
I think it's worth checking out. I don't want to overhype it because honestly, I mean, we went in with hype, right? The Doughboys were going all off about handles.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Isn't it in their Munch Madness Championship right now?
I think so.
Yeah. Like, and I went in there and I'm like, okay, they've hyped the shit out of this. And then you eat it and you're like, and even the first time we went, they were like, we're out of the vanilla ice cream. We can't make a hurricane. I'm like, well, we're going to come back a different day because I want to have that. I'm like, this is the thing I told you to get. But yeah, then you sit down and you eat it and you're like, Jesus Christ, that's good. And it's just, I don't know, it makes me mad that another place can do ice cream as well as like some places around here. But
I mean, I was just gonna say that's a coulda, woulda, shoulda for Cops. Cops needs to get on that hurricane.
But I think that's what I should have for Chocolate Factory more than anything is like, maybe their Sundays are kind of adjacent to that. Some of them are, but yeah, I would say start messing around with something that's like a hurricane or a blizzard or avalanche or whatever you want to call it. Right? Give me a mix-in shake of some kind.
So I know you're adverse to soft serve, it would seem. Or did I misread that earlier? No?
No.
Okay. Well, if you want to
Careful.
take a road trip to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, that's
Okay.
where I did my undergrad. That's like center of the state. They have Belts, and that's the big local
Whirlwinds.
swirl in soft serve. And like, yeah, they do like a bunch of like mix and stuff there. So it's like, a plussed up DQ. Like they don't have any hot food. It's all just the soft serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're seasonal as well. So like, yeah, they open up in April. So it's always a big event. The first weekend, everyone in the city comes to Belts, and they go through like October, maybe a bit of November.
Have you guys done Night Owl in Milwaukee?
Yeah, they
Just had their food, like burger. I haven't had
Okay.
the ice cream.
I've only had the shake, and the shake is good.
It is?
Yeah.
I've never had it, so that's why I'm literally asking.
I mean, it's good. Do I prefer it over something like Cops? I don't know. Like that's a very tough battle.
Cops is an institution here.
It really is.
Cops will get you in and out. Whereas Night Owl, sometimes you drive by that line a little crazy, and they might run out of meat. That's their whole thing.
Oh yeah, like they're open until they run out of stuff,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I do love a place that feels scarce like that, but it is frustrating when you go and then they are actually out of that stuff.
Yeah, like hey, let's go to Night Owl. Nope, never mind. They closed early because they ran out of stuff.
It's ridiculous.
I think it's worth the burger. I mean, like I said, I can't speak to the shake, but I remember enjoying the burger.
Ugh, I feel like there's a lot of ice cream to be eaten right now.
Yeah, I think like Night Owl is better than Culver's,
Mhm.
but yeah, is it better than Cops? That's a good question.
Yeah, I'd say it's debatable with Cops. Where
Yeah.
it's easily better than Culver's, and I love Culver's.
Right, yeah, not to put Culver's down
Mhm.
for sure.
I only put Culver's down in that I think their vanilla custard as is isn't like that enjoyable to eat.
Mhm.
Like if you were to give me a bowl of just plain Culver's vanilla custard, I'd
Yeah, I mean, like that's why people like poo-poo vanilla. I know Weiger stands up for vanilla,
Yeah.
but like you have to get a good vanilla, otherwise it just tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of places, it's just frozen milk is all it really is.
yeah. And I go hard with vanilla in the sense that I oscillate between my two types, which is I love that yellow old fashioned vanilla.
Mm.
Sometimes I want the bean with the little specks.
Oh yeah, the specs are great.
I love
Is
that.
it even called like vanilla bean when they
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
vanilla
like that?
bean. That's
Yeah.
I go back and forth with what I like. I feel like if you're making a sundae, you want old fashioned. If you're gonna pair with like pastry or pie, like I love blueberry pie warm with vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of
Sounds
the
good.
vanilla where you put it.
But you were talking about soft serve though too, and it gets into vanilla as well. And I do think one of the best ice creams we didn't get a chance to try it is Babcock ice cream.
The Babadook.
Madison. This is what I was trying to the Babadook. Which I guess might only be available at the Memorial Union now, unless other places advertise it. Try to find a place.
Well, I saw a place called Sassy Cow. And we weren't that place that we went by wasn't called Sassy Cow.
I think it was name changed.
It name changed and then closed.
Closed, yeah.
Oh wow. Google Maps. Get your shit together.
But yeah,
man.
Memorial Union has an ice cream shop inside that also has your little cauldrons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Usually a line. Was there a line?
Oh, at Babcock or no? We only went to Chocolate Shop.
Oh, okay.
But no, yeah. If you go to the Union, there's a line. Like
Yeah.
No, that I would be interested in trying just because it's fun that it's made locally and all that.
But their vanilla is really, really good. Like that's a place I will go and just order vanilla from.
Mhm. Which I almost like. You look, we're not the Doughboys.
No.
If we were making Doughboys, money, we had this as a job, I would have done this, but I wasn't doing this. I would have liked to have gone to Chocolate Factory and just said 1 scoop of vanilla in a dish, just to like kind of see what we're working with.
I'm
But
happy we're not the Doughboys. They're not gonna have
they're not going to
good
survive.
lives.
No.
Yeah, like they're such in bad health for doing a shit like just eating that shit every week.
Mhm.
Like I'm glad we only pick and choose our battles like this.
Mhm.
Right.
And I don't feel like I needed to try everything, and I was able to space it out
Yeah.
because we planned ahead, you know.
Yeah. But no, I think it's worth going back. I think I would recommend it to anybody to try. And
Oh, yeah.
I'd say, but yeah, I mean, just I think a cold cut sandwich needs to be the first and foremost if you can have it, unless you're pregnant, and then obviously get yourself a nice warm sandwich. But yeah, I think then the ice cream is worth getting. Any type that sounds good to you, I think go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? I mean, unless you have different thoughts on that. I mean, what would you say would be your recommendation to somebody for their first time?
As far as the sub goes, I mean, like they do have all your standard offerings, right? So it's like whatever your usual sub order is, order it at the Chocolate Factory. They'll have it and you'll like it because it really comes down to the bread, and their bread is a step above. Is it the best bread in the business? I don't know. We could have that conversation, but it is really good quality bread. And the fact that it's a bit warm, again, they don't toast it, it's not hot, but it's warm bread,
Yeah.
and that just adds a little extra something special to it.
Yeah. So like what would be like the staple meal that you would recommend to somebody?
For me, I mean, I'm always ordering that turkey and cheese. So I'd say, yeah, get turkey provolone and go for it.
Turkey provolone.
Yeah.
And then maybe some chocolate ice cream.
Maybe, yeah. Because I think is this a place that does like the Zanzibar chocolate?
I don't know if it's
I don't think they call it Zanzibar. I think it might
I
just
know
be standard
Babes does
chocolate.
that.
Babes does, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Which is always a
thing-
bit confusing. I actually
Right.
don't like that they called it that.
the Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's like, but it's chocolate, right? Yeah, it's just chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
What are we
But sometimes
doing?
don't they have chocolate and Zanzibar chocolate?
You're right, they do.
So
So why
it's
is it
like-
different?
See, that's the real test. Is you get a little bit of both, and you're like, which one's which?
Ketchup, catsup.
Ketchup, ketchup.
Do you ever present conversation with Mr. Burns? I'm partially keeping an eye on the weather radars. For people who are listening right now, we're in the middle of some treacherous sounding storms outside. So I'm just making sure our guest here is nice, safe, and sound.
The kids have not called wondering where I am, and we haven't lost power here at your place, and I don't live too far from you, so I think we're okay.
I think we are in good shape, but yeah, this is definitely a tumultuous episode, not because of the topic, but because of the goings on outside. And we're not talking about the political climate of the world.
Ooh.
Oh. But really, what we do need to do in here is get into something a little bit hotter, guys.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Talk about some power rankings.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
We had a couple conversations about what power rankings could look like here, because I think we've acknowledged now at this point, to have a lot of staples for your events that you like to go to when you go. And I think Fred, not enough data to go off of just yet. So I think instead of going with a traditional, like what are the best menu items you've ever had, or best things you like about the place, we're going to do today, what are your favorite flavors of ice cream? Whether it's Chocolate Factory offered, that'd be a bonus, but in general,
What do we got for how many do you want?
top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah. And we can go round robin.
Let's
if we
do the
want.
round. That way, let it all sit.
Sure.
Okay. Now, again, pedantic. Are we going from the bottom up? It's like we're giving our number 3, our number 2, and our number 1.
Mine are equal levels.
Oh, they're all equal for you.
I mean, y'all
Fair.
can rank them, but I would struggle to rank.
Okay, I was gonna say ranking could be hard.
I got it. But let's start bottom up for
Okay.
the sake of argument.
Fair. Bottom for me would be Blue Moon. It's a standard one that I'll go to if I'm not going with my other top picks. So Blue Moon. It's a very fun, unique, fruity flavor. It's sweet without being overly sweet. It's not jammed packed with stuff like mix-ins. Now, they're all mix-ins, but if you're just looking for a pure ice cream flavor, Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. It's a good start. It's a good start. I what?
I don't know. You're goofy. That's all.
No, what I'm doing is I'm kind of buying time because I'm going through my head a little bit of like, do I also want to put Blue Moon on there?
We'll hold hands with Blue Moon.
Oh, thank you. Blue Moon, please.
Sing that song.
Blue Moon.
They legally they have to sing it to you when you order it.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I can't get us in trouble with Spotify again, though. They already tried to ding us for the holiday music episodes we did recently.
I'm like, aren't most of those songs like whatever, you know, where
I'm
anyone
literally submitting like claims of like we are reviewing these songs for the sake of education, and they're like, nope, get this out of here. And I'm like, well, too bad it's on the Patreon, so eat butt. Like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay $2 if you want to sue us. That'll balance out with the legal fees.
No, we will be okay singing Blue Moon here. I think
I don't like that Show Me the Franchise that made it seem like eating butt was a bad thing.
They can eat some Blue Moon, which I do think, as much as I do like Blue Moon, I'm gonna go with mint chip as my number 3 because I just and mint chip specifically in that chocolate like chips are like chunks in it with
Yeah.
because I just think it has that little extra something. Some of mint and chocolate sits well.
Does it? Nice.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback. This is one of my 3, but I really enjoy a mint Oreo.
Ooh.
I feel that's a good balance of the mint and chocolate.
yeah, that's a good plus up.
It's good plus because I agree. I really like mint, but you got to have that chocolate in there, else we're just brushing our teeth. I'll do for my 3. I love, and I'm being specific, Cedar Crest
Mhm.
Pirate's Booty.
What is
Ooh.
Pirate's Booty?
So I think it's like M&Ms that are like crushed down because M&M and ice cream. The original thought for me when I heard that was like sounds good, but then when you're in there and you're eating it, you get the whole M&M. They're
You're
cold.
losing teeth. Yeah.
You're crunching. It's back to the nut situation.
Mhm.
But for some reason they like break it down into like almost like a powdery dust, and it creates this blue and red effect. And I think there's probably another flavor in there, but I don't think it's listed because they just kind of call it Pirate's Booty.
Mm.
That is when I'm at the grocery store, if I'm buying grocery store ice cream, little tip, and the people this area, you can go to Piggly Wiggly because they have the whole selection of the Cedar Crest line
Yeah.
from little guys to big guys. That's my number 3.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, like speaking of brushing teeth, like this almost the honorable mention would be mint chip for me, but it's more specifically like after I have Italian food with lots of garlic in it. It's like, boy, that's gonna freshen my breath, and that's like a nice way to top that meal off. But yeah, it's like a standard like go to for me. It's not quite there, but it's very good. I do like a mint chip.
Are you Shamrock Shake boys at all?
Hell yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um,
That's the one time not having chocolate in it works.
I kind of agree.
yeah. Number 2 for me would be cookies and cream. And that's like the Oreo version. It's like I'm not a big chocolate chip cookie dough guy. Like I like it, but it's one of those things where like it just like feels like I'm vanilla, and then there's a chunk of cookie dough in here. But the Oreo cream blends really well into the ice cream.
Yeah.
It's very tasty.
Yeah, I think we were having that same discussion this last weekend, or at least I was talking about how like cookies and cream is like a flavor that there's a lot of bad cookies and cream,
Yes.
but the good cookies and cream where they're probably using the actual Oreo is the shit. And that's why I do like at Handles. I haven't had it, but I do know they have a Cookie Monster, and it's just blue, like vibrant blue colored ice cream with the Oreo in there.
Nice.
I mean, cookies and cream is really, really good. So, I mean, but yeah, you got that Oreo, adding that in is like, again, the plus up. The Oreo is always the extra ingredient that makes it great.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna really zigzag here
Hey.
a little bit. I'm
Watch out.
gonna stir this up. Cause like I said, I think Blue Moon would probably be my honorable mention, even over maybe cookies and cream, believe it or not. But my number 2, and again, I'm going back to California for when I first had this, because it kind of blew my mind when I had it. I didn't think this would be good at all. I had ube flavored ice cream from Japantown, a little ice cream parlor that was like inside the mall, and it was just like this is incredible. I did not think I would have liked ube as much as I would. I think it's like a sweet potato type flavor, but not for people who've never had it. It's not the same sweet potato you would have for like Thanksgiving or something like that. It is a very different particular type of potato. and it was just so good. I don't know why it just completely hit all the notes I was looking for in ice cream. It really has become like anytime I see ube on a menu, like a latte or whatever, I'm like, I gotta try it. I just gotta see what this is. But nothing's quite hit the same way that ice cream hit
Huh.
that I had. And
That's cool.
yeah. So that's my number 2. How about you, Fred?
So I think I'm gonna claim cotton candy as a free space because I already brought it up. So that's not going in my top 3. It's like my free space. So, and the second one will be vague, but I'll bring it home for the first one. Chocolate ice cream with either peanut butter ripple or salted caramel. Either or, I feel I switch back and forth. My only thing I'm picky about is I think with chocolate peanut butter, that's another one I'm going to generally avoid buying from a store because I think those ripples get real hard.
Yeah.
And I love that ripple effect, but I want it to be soft peanut butter.
Yeah.
So that's the only time it's a little but salty caramel or salty peanut butter with chocolate is my number 2.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. The chocolate peanut butter combo is my number 1 for sure, especially the ripple, right? Because I remember I had that when I was young for the first time. Like, whoa, because I love Reese's peanut butter cups. So having that in ice cream, like not specifically the peanut butter cup mix in, but like just a chocolate with peanut butter ripple in there. Boy, oh boy, that's good stuff. And then Babes over here in Milwaukee, you can get it's the Fat Elvis,
Hell
and
yeah.
I think it's actually banana flavored ice cream, but it has chocolate and peanut butter ripple in it, and that's really solid stuff. That's really really good. As far as mix-ins go, like how do you feel about peanut butter cup? Because when I get it, it's like usually just like the chunk of chocolate from the cup, but you're lacking the peanut butter. So it's like, what are they doing when they're mixing that up?
I'm very like lukewarm on a Reese's in general, unless it's a holiday shape.
For sure.
I don't like if you gave me a traditional full size Reese's cup, I'd enjoy it. I think Lil Reese's cups aren't that good, and I think that's what's mostly in ice cream is
Yeah.
those chopped up. So no, when I see Reese's ice cream, I'm out most of the time.
Yeah, like unless you're doing like the big cup, or like they have like the big cup, like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
the deep ones, like you're getting like a significant amount of peanut butter in there.
If Cops is back there with the Easter egg Reese's chopping them up and throwing them into the
Yeah.
chocolate, then I'm all over that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, Reese's cups usually that's a no for me, dog.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, shots fired over here.
Yeah, I know. And look, Hershey, Pennsylvania, right by where I grew up. So learn, you know.
I'm gonna put a pin in there. I'm gonna put a pin in that.
Oh God.
But yeah, the Fat Elvis, that's the shake, right? At Babes that you're talking about?
It's a scooper.
Yeah, that thing.
It's a scoopa.
I've gotten that thing one time, and I'm not a huge like banana and ice cream type guy, but I would get that again. That was
Yeah.
such a fun trip. Like,
I'm mixed on banana dessert, and that's one of my favorite at Babes.
it's such a wild ride, and I love it. But I am also right with you, Vince, on number 1 being chocolate, peanut butter. I kind of like the peanut butter cup mix in, but it has to be sizable. Like it has to be actually chopped up regular peanut butter cups. It cannot be the little fuckers with no peanut butter inside of them.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but
I think those little things taste kind of not good.
I don't think they
Yeah.
do either. I want like chop up a full, and maybe not even the most recent peanut butter cups. I think I'm kind of longing for a time when they were like the more chunky
A little
bugs.
taller.
Mhm.
Yeah, or you know what? You brought up the trees or like the pumpkins. Like chop those up and put them in some.
Yeah.
And I bet that's gonna hit like the ripple does. But the ripple is the best way to have it. I think.
Cut up the pumpkins, throw in some of the orange Oreos
Yep.
and chocolate. Give me that at it. Yeah,
Ooh.
I just busted your brain right there.
That's like a Fredicane or something like that.
Yeah, Fred a Kane. No, I'm not a Cold Stone guy, but I will every once in a while around October go because they do the Halloween Oreos.
Yeah.
in
Do they really?
ice cream, and that's always fun.
Nice.
I was like, I don't know that we have enough data anymore to do a Cold Stone episode. So yeah, if you have a Cold Stone take, obviously get them out now.
Yeah, I don't really have one.
No, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it was a great idea when it first came out, and now they're all like disappearing. So
Yeah.
it sucks. But
Did you do Salt and Straw when you were in California?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you think about them?
Oh, I like them all.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's I feel kind of like a traitor talking of California ice cream, but I sort of have loved a lot of the ice cream I've had out there. Like there's even a place in San Francisco that was my late great aunt's favorite place, and I'll have to look it up. And it's a place you guys should absolutely check out. It is exactly the type of place I think you're looking at. That is like a local type like establishment. A lot of people know it. It's got the tubs. It's got everything, and there's a line out the freaking door every
Nice.
time you go.
Cauldrons.
Yeah, cauldrons.
Mm.
The cauldrons of ice cream. But Salt and Straw is really good stuff. There's also a place, is it New York based called Lewin's?
I've heard of that. But
I've
I don't
heard
know
them
where it's
too.
from.
I think we ended up having them in like Denver randomly or something like that. It was good, but like I don't know. I'm sus on East Coast ice cream. I might have to try Pennsylvania though. That's
You're
the
sus
difference.
on the East Coast.
Ice cream.
You had it and you liked it. You loved it.
Well, I mean, but that's also you said the Pennsylvania style.
That's on the East Coast.
I understand. I'm just saying in general. I don't know that I want New York ice cream though.
Why not?
I don't want their salsa. I know that much.
They got bad sauce.
You remember the what was that? Old Pace, the
Old-
salsa.
Yeah.
And that was the commercial.
Oh, the
yeah.
commercial.
Yeah, the commercial.
I remember.
Okay. Whew, we got there.
Old base.
Old base.
Old base.
I was just looking up. I've been to Seattle a few times, and Molly Moon's ice cream out there is really good. I've tried a few. Like that was I think my first time having like salt being a flavor in ice cream, and that was pretty good. They also had some spice mixed into, like not jalapeno spice, but like definitely like it was a hot flavor mixed in the ice cream. That was pretty good.
That might play into my final choice here.
Yeah, what is your final choice?
It was just Maryland last weekend.
And you're like throwing shade at me now. I'm like East Coast ice cream.
And I had excellent ice cream. Old Bay pretzel ice cream.
Ooh.
And when we got it, and I was telling Tom Jasmine, we got it because we thought novelty, fun.
Definitely not.
Maryland, Old Bay. This place that we went, the way they do it is they have their flavors. They put it together on the spot, kind of like a Blizzard, but they have the set things already. So we get this Old Bay pretzel. It was delicious. I am going to try putting Old Bay on my ice cream.
Okay, because you can buy the seasoning.
Oh yeah, you can get it anywhere. But it was spicy, a little smoky, but then the salt of the pretzel and the sweetness of the cream, like it, I thought it was like kind of a gag thing. And then we ate it. Like I was loving it. So I'm putting it in the top 3. Why not?
Was it a topper or was it blended into the?
Blended in, all
Okay.
worked in. And the pretzel, usually that would be a no-go because pretzel gets soft real quick.
Yeah.
Pretzel would be one of my favorite mix-ins of ice cream, but it's low shelf life, it doesn't last long. This, he did it right on the spot. We ate it right away. So it was still crunchy, still salty. It was amazing.
That's one I would have to try. But do I got to go back to Maryland to get that, or is it going to
You get to go back to Maryland for that.
right now? The small town boy is bubbling over.
He's so offended.
I am going to attempt it like maybe with like a Cop's custard and just try to I feel like I want to let it sit for a little bit, hit it with it, shake it up, put it in the freezer to let it kind of reharden. I'm curious if it's that simple or if they had something else going on. But this was really good.
I want to see you at Cops. They escort you out, sir. Get mixing your own.
I got my little Old Bay. Well, that's the thing they sell at all the souvenir shops in Maryland is like a little side thing keychain of Old Bay.
That's what I was saying the other day. I was like, Fred needs to have you seen Selena where like her husband, he's sitting down there eating pizza and he's got like a little holster with like a little hot sauce in his holster and he pulls it out and starts shaking it on his pizza.
That's fantastic.
It's so good. I'm like, Fred needs that with an Old Bay like canister just so we can shake
I
it.
just want a full of that Old Bay ranch from that place we went. Oh God. When we had the crab cakes, that Old Bay ranch they make in-house and there's nothing like it. I've tried just adding Old Bay to ranch. It's not the same.
Really? So interesting.
Yeah.
Old Bay ice cream with pretzels. That's my number 1.
I like it. I mean, I love how we kind of went for a little off the traditional track. Hopefully giving people an idea of some different flavors. Try something different. You never know if you're going to love it.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Get over yourself, you piece of shit.
Do something more with your life. But
Call your mom.
yeah, please call your mom.
Get another Patreon subscription.
Yeah, if you-
2.
3 if you can even afford it.
Get your mom a Patreon subscription for Mother's Day.
I told you, just grab your elderly parent's phone and just subscribe.
What are you doing with my phone?
Nothing.
Who are Tom and Fred? But we also really appreciate you listening, as we are now at the end of our episode. Oh, no, we're not. We got one more thing we want to do. We want to rank top 3 sub places, do we not?
I recommend we go boom, 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 boom.
I like it. Let's do that.
I've been in this room too damn long.
Okay. Fred, why don't you kick us off?
All right. My number 1 answer is wrong. It's
Is it?
bad. Number 1 is Jimmy John's.
Uh,
And it's one reason. If these other places had this one thing, I wouldn't even be in my list.
you sound like an internet ad. You guys just had this one thing.
Spend the next 20 minutes almost telling us about it.
Yeah.
Cherry peppers.
Mm.
Those Jimmy John's cherry peps on a sandwich is what I'm getting the Jimmy John's sandwich for. If I could buy those from the store, it wouldn't be on my list.
Mhm.
My number 2 is Jersey Mike's. I
Okay.
love a sloppy sub. Number 3, I'm going to just have to go Cousins.
Mm.
That'd be my 3. And I like them because I think similar to the Chocolate Factory, I really like the Cousins bread. Jimmy John's bread is fine. I don't think about it,
Yeah.
but I do really like that Cousins bread.
I hate to agree with you, Fred. I'll go next because I want to give our guests the last go at it. So that you're the last team member.
Lawrence O'Donnell, last word.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. It's the wrong answer, but Jimmy John's is my number 1. I just stinking love it. I worked there and I still am not tired of it. I don't know.
Sorry, rhinos.
Yeah, sorry. Are the Republicans in name only?
So me on now.
I thought Jimmy was one of our guys. No, I will say Cousins. Yeah, number 2 for me. I think they do bread really well. Number 3, not enough data at Jersey Mike's, I think, to rank it. So that's the only reason I wouldn't put it in the list. I might go Chocolate Factory number 3.
Hey,
I
nothing wrong with
think I
that.
think that bread really pushed me over the edge last time I was there. How about you, Vince?
Nice. So yeah, I did post about this on Threads. I'm a fun follow on Threads if you're looking for someone to follow. And boy, oh boy, people had opinions. Anyway, my top 3, which is different from what I originally posted here. For my number 3, I put Cousins. It's a good standard go-to. Though I agree, Jimmy John's is quite good. It would be an honorable mention for me. But Cousins would be number 3 for me. Chocolate Factory number 2, and then another regional chain, Herbert's and Gerbert's would be my number.
I haven't
1.
thought about Herbert's and Gerbert's in forever.
Oh boy, there used to be one on the UWM campus.
Yeah.
It closed. There's one in Antigo, which is on the way to my grandpa in Rhinelander. So like that's the one that we get to stop to on a somewhat regular basis.
I haven't been there in forever.
It's so good. Like the bread is solid. And if you're not into Herbert's and Gerbert's, like they tear out little chunks of the bread, and that's called the guts.
Mhm.
They put it on top of the sandwich for you. You can eat it. It's like its own little snack. And boy, oh boy, like the meats are good. They have avocado, which is a really nice add-on for stuff. I think it's the Bony Billy is what I usually get there, and that's turkey, cheese, and avocado, and just boy, oh boy, phenomenal.
That is good. I actually have to say, I might have to amend my list slightly. I'll put it as an honorable mention, but I would even maybe put this as number 3. Potbelly is also a really good.
Potbelly's is good. Yeah,
I really like Potbelly.
I think they're doing the hot sub pretty well.
Yes,
Agreed.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Like, yeah, because do they do cold cuts at Potbelly's?
They
or is
do.
is it- okay.
They do, but you kind of have to like custom ask for it to be that way. Mostly it's hot, but it's good.
I'm glad Subway didn't make anyone's list.
No. Like,
Subway is
the Southwest sauce, honorable mention, but no.
Sure.
The meat, the bread, all bad.
everything's fallen off
Mm-hmm.
compared to where it was when it was like in its heyday in the Jared days. Do we need to talk about him?
Every day.
You're making a call to him.
Yeah. I call him every day. Make sure he's
You
good.
say his name in the mirror 10 times. And he hears.
He appears. It's just holding his pants.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm.
It has a really bad connotation now.
does.
Say we know about him. I do think that
why didn't you subscribe me to this podcast?
Twice.
Twice. It's a back-to-back episodes. It's just they talk a lot about Jared now. Jesus Christ. I do think that's the end of our episode, though, officially now. Vince, we wanted to thank you so much, though, for coming back. 3-Timers Club. What an honor. Do you have anything you'd like to plug, though, before you go?
So yeah, you can follow me on Threads. I think I'm the fake Vince on Threads. I'm usually doing political and nerd stuff on there and lots of takes, which I try to keep it fun and light. And then if you're in the Milwaukee area, the Interchange Theater is where I perform my stuff. We have Star Show coming up at the beginning of May. If you're a Star Wars fan, that's our celebration for May the 4th, except it's going to be on May the 2nd, because that's how the calendar works. But yeah, check out Interchange Theater. And yeah, you can see me perform live in person. And then, I don't know, maybe in a year or two, you might hear me again here on Show Me the Franchise.
Yeah.
We hope to have you back. But yes, definitely go and check out Vince. Check out that Star Wars show coming up. That is going to be a hoot. I was just showing the prize I won last time for winning trivia. It's great.
I forgot that you got that from the show.
Yeah.
And you were just other like Star Wars.
No.
Darth Maul.
There's some more shit.
I know. That's why I thought. I was like, cool, buddy.
Yeah.
No, but now you got it at the show last time, so that's great.
Yes. I was saying you get a pretty sweet prize. I've got this
Mhm.
awesome Darth Maul plushie that I love. Yeah. Fred, what about you?
I will just echo the Interchange. We now have some Thursday shows lined up. I have one on the 30th, Improv the Movie. It's a new kind of one-off thing. If you like movies, you like blockbusters, this will be a blockbuster movie in 30-ish minutes. And it'll be a lot of fun. Then also pilot season's coming back with some more sketch. My group Embarrassment of Riches will be on May 30th. It'll be a great set. Last time I did pretty much all the writing, but this time we kind of had the whole group do it. So it'll be a lot of different voices, and we're very excited to perform again. There's another show in June, but I might let you talk about that.
Are there dads involved in it?
There might be.
Figuratively speaking?
Hey.
Yeah, coming up on June 13th, the Father's Day before Father's Day show. It's Father Figures Rides again. And yeah, so Fred and I will be back on stage with Joe Francisco, Tony Berg, Scott Vollmer. It should be a great time. You guys can check that out at theinterchangetheater.com, along with all the other great shows that Vince and Fred both mentioned. As far as this podcast, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to rate and review it, especially if you've been subscribed twice. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube. You can join our Patreon for, well, just $1 a month if you're listening to this as this comes out, but it's going to be $2 starting May 1st. You can get a bonus episode per month. Fred and I are delivering. This month, we are talking the K-pop Demon Hunters McDonald's menu. That's going to be a pretty sweet time. You get to see all our reviews. If you really like the food reviews on this episode, you're going to love our takes on it.
It's been a food heavy pod in the new year, but we love it.
It's heavy, but dang, it tastes good. And special thanks to Nick Spitza and Mike Schwantz for opening and closing theme songs. And stay tuned for next time, where we'll be talking about Babe. Well, it should be a great time. We'll see y'all then.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I got no cares, 'cause all I wanna do is charge my phone and drive listening to you. And what they talk about will always be up to you.
I was early.